It's Brian Wheeler, Antonio Harvey here on Trailblazers Courtside as we have a chance to talk to one of Terry Stott's trusted assistant coaches, Nate Tibbetts, who will be one of the guys heading the sidelines for the Summer League efforts in Vegas for the Blazers, and that would be Nate Tibbetts. Coach, how are you?
Hey, guys. How we doing?
Doing great. Hope you had a nice fourth, and I know that now it's getting ready for Summer League, and we know the rest of the roster will kind of be filled out tomorrow with the first practice on the horizon, but maybe we can talk about the guys that we know will be part of it, and it's an exciting time for you to kind of get some of these young guys. What do you try to get out of Summer League in terms of, I know wins and losses are maybe secondary to trying to get some good development for these guys over the course of a week and a half?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's an opportunity to show some of our new young guys, you know, how we work and what we do defensively, some of the core principles, you know, how we're guarding pick and rolls, you know, how our practice preparation is, how our pre-practice is. And then, you know, you got guys like Tim Frazier and Alan Crabb that are going to help, you know, expand their leadership role a little bit, helping some of these new guys.
Coach, when I first got to Portland with the Trailblazers, it was for Summer League, and the late great Bill Musselman pulled us aside. We had a couple of practices, and he came in the locker room and said, "Listen, you know, you free agent guys, you're here for one reason and one reason only, and that's to get the ball to the guys that are going to be on the roster next year." How do you explain to players that are coming in, because everybody's trying to make the roster, everybody feels like they belong in the NBA. How do you help guys understand that as a rule, you don't shoot your way into the NBA, you do the other things that show that you're supposed to be here?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you 100%. There was a guy that I used to work for, Mo McCone. He said, you know, you're going to shoot yourself out of a job quicker than you're going to shoot yourself into a job. and some of these guys, you know, I mean, it's an exciting time for them. Some of these free agents that are coming in, this is maybe the first time or only second time they've been in a NBA facility. They're here for a week. You know, their agents are telling them, you know, maybe there's some roster spots available. And there are, you know, and so in different teams, you know, that there's going to be opportunities for guys to make the team and how they play in the Summer League. But us as an organization, you know, kind of like you said, our main focus is our guys, getting them shots, getting them reps, and an opportunity for us to kind of see what these other free agents can do and where they fit with our roster moving forward.
Couple of other guys that we know will be a part of the roster that were recent acquisitions. Pat Connaughton that was acquired on draft night in the deal with Brooklyn, and Noah Vonleh that was picked up in the deal the day before with Charlotte. Vonleh, of course, a lottery pick last year and really didn't have that much of a rookie season, but he's certainly somebody that everybody is very excited about as a young man with a lot of promise. And Connaughton, somebody who was a great athlete in college, really blossomed as a basketball player the more his career went on. Talk to us about these two guys and what you maybe are hoping from them over the next week and a half.
Yeah, I mean, Pat just got in here today. You know, he got a workout in, and obviously he'll be here at our meeting. I was not with him on the court where he was, but from what I heard, he can really shoot it. You know, Noah has been here pretty much since the day he got traded, or since the press conference. I mean, he's been in here doing double days with Dale Osborne. I mean, he's a young kid that's really excited about the opportunity here. You know, you said it, he didn't get much of a look last year. I think he missed training camp, so got off to a slow start. And Charlotte was kind of in playoff mode at that time. And I mean, I think if he would have been in this draft, he'd be one of the younger guys even in this draft. So we're excited, and he's an extremely hard worker, and he's going to continue to improve if he does that.
You know, Coach, looking at the makeup of the roster that we know of, you've got several young guys. And sometimes as teams get older, the player development side of the game becomes less important. But now I know you've got to feel at least a little bit reinvigorated because you've got a tremendous amount of young talent in Mason Plumlee and Vonleh and Henderson. And then you've also got Dame and CJ and Myers-Leonard, guys that you know you can kind of spin the wheels in your head trying to figure out how can I make these players better.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you were one of those guys that you get to a point in the career and you know what you need to do to get ready to play, and you just come in and you figured out how to work. And that's how our vets or how our teams have been the last couple of years. And now it's kind of a reshuffle the deck and load up on some young talent. And just even today, I mean, we had so much energy in the gym, guys coming in, getting their work in. We had 4 baskets going. It was a lot of fun. And, as coaches, I think we are excited about the opportunity to help these guys learn the game. We're going to have to be more patient and more diligent in our teaching, because the guys that we've had in the past year, they had been through it. They knew what it took. You could just tell them once and they would make that adjustment. But now with this group, we're going to have to teach a lot more.
Let's talk about the 2 holdovers from last year's roster that'll be on the Summer League team, Tim Frazier and Alan Crabb. Alan was a guy that stepped in quite a few times last season, got some starting assignments, was always thought of by you as coaches as a guy that would always seemingly make the right decision. Was somebody that came out of Cal. I think he was noted as a scorer when he first got to the NBA, but I think he's shown everybody that he's got a lot more to his game. What does he need to do to maybe take things to the next level to get a little more regular playing time going forward?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's got such a laid-back personality, and he needs to continue to put himself out there. He's had a great summer. He's had, he's been in here when there's been weeks off, and I mean, he's made Portland his home, and he's really committed himself to get to work, and he's continuing to fill out his body. You said it, in college he was a scorer, and he's got to make shots for us. He's got to be a shooter. I mean, I think he's working to do other things, but the number one thing that AC's got to do is shoot that basketball, and I think the summer has been really good for his confidence.
And the other guy is Tim Frazier. Came in late in the season, but he came in, and the minutes he got, he certainly was able to be productive. We've talked about the triple doubles that he got at the D-League level. He's one of those guys who's going to be fighting for a roster spot, but there's spots available, and he certainly seems capable of playing at this level.
Yeah, I mean, I think Tim's going to have a really good summer league. He's a guy that he just got a great feel for the game. He's a point guard that guys love to play with because he finds you shots. He makes guys better. He can play fast. He's good defensively. He's got quick hands. So yeah, Tim knows that this is a great opportunity. Not a lot of times you get to run a team, and he's going to get that opportunity here this summer. And like I said, I think he's really excited about that.
So we know that the games are considered exhibitions. The Las Vegas Summer League added the playoff format recently to try to entice teams to even put more of a premium on winning. How much of it is brought into the equation when we talk about the effort to win games? Again, we say obviously the development of players is of utmost in terms of priorities, but where does winning kind of play into things when all is said and done?
Coach hasn't talked to me. Neil hasn't talked to Dale and I about, how many games we got to win or anything like that. I don't know. I don't think there's more important things that we can get out of this next 10 days to 20 days where we can kind of build moving forward. And I don't know if the wins and losses are that important. I haven't heard or felt pressure from Coach Stotts yet. More of let's be organized, let's coach these guys, who's going to do film work after each game. More, let's build habits and let's do things the right way. And just continue to do the things that we've done.
Now, Coach, I got to say something, though. Wheels and I, we show up at the games well early. We get to see what goes on when fans don't. Now, you can say that nobody's put pressure on you to win, but I saw how you win at Steve Blake. I saw how you go at the young guys. I have a feeling, though, that winning would be nice.
Oh, yeah. You play to win the game, right? That's what they're saying. No, it's all part of it. As you guys know, in this league, you can't get too high and too low. And this is just an opportunity for our guys to continue to get better.
What will practices look like? I know in training camp it never seems like that's long enough before you start playing preseason games, but yet you have a 7 or 8 game preseason in addition to the practices leading up to the start of the regular season. This is a much more condensed situation. So what will the practices look like? How much will you be able to put in and introduce to these guys and at least be able to have them hopefully retain things once they start playing games on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to put a ton in offensively. Our main focus will be defense. We'll have a double day tomorrow, and then, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday will be one. They'll be a little bit longer, and then we play on Saturday. So it's going to be something that, we're going to approach the same way we would approach in training camp, but it's going to happen pretty quick.
Coach, thank you for the time. I know you got a team dinner to get these guys ready for the start of practice tomorrow. Thank you for the minutes tonight, and we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And, of course, seeing you and Coach Osborne on the sidelines, orchestrating things once we get to Vegas over the weekend.
Well, I'm glad you're in it because Coach Stotts is yelling at me to start the meeting. So
I could hear
get going.
I could hear him. I don't want to get you in trouble already. Thanks, Coach.
All right, guys. We'll see you.
Nate Tibbetts, he and Dale Osborne will be handling things in terms of the coaching responsibilities at Summer League. It's always interesting to watch the head coaches kind of sometimes they're out in practice to varying degrees. They may be involved, they may not be involved, but once the games start, then they let the assistant coaches, and the assistant coaches, I think, get excited about the chance to, even in a Summer League situation, kind of be in charge of things.
That's why I'm calling 1,000% bull jive on the idea, winning isn't the premium. Yes, it is. Every single coach that I have ever seen in a Summer League game, wow, they, there's no pressure to win. They absolutely want to win because if you go, 5-0 in the Summer League, people are thinking, hey, the guy went 5-0 in the Summer League. That's something to look at. They're building resumes just like the players are.